This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by Freaking.com.
Chris is listening in Indiana. Chris, you're back on Free Talk Live with Ian and Mark. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Hi, I was mentioning that quote by Joseph Stalin, "One death is a tragedy and 1 million is a statistic." Well, this applies directly to the situation with Trayvon Martin right now because, I mean, that's a tragic thing, yes, but, you know, that is such a tragedy. But then when you talk about the Libyans, the black genocide going on over there, 30 to 40,000 dead, it's just a statistic. You know what I mean?
That's all I haven't even heard about it. So, you know, that goes to show.
You talking about in Libya?
The al-Qaida rebels that are propped up basically by us over here, and yeah, it is us. Our tax money is funding this. They are just lining up black Libyans over there and slaughtering them. 30 to 40,000 already. But that's just a statistic, you know. But this huge Trayvon Martin thing, that one person, it's his tragedy, yeah.
Well, it's funny how the media, I think your perspective is accurate on this. It's funny how the media works. They just pick some story for whatever reason, and they run with it hard all the way to the max.
If it excites people in some way.
Well,
I see. You know what? I think it's just a distraction from the economic collapse, the police state, the socialized health care, the NDAA, the inflation, the oil prices, all the wars. It's just a huge distraction to get groups, quote-unquote groups. We're all individuals. I don't think of us as all in groups. I think we're all individuals. It's groups to just bounce off one another, and it's big divide-and-conquer technique that's ancient. And this is a huge ancient technique they're using to run with it, like you guys said. They're ridiculous. One person dies, and yes, that's tragic, but you got this 30 to 40,000 black Libyans being genocidally murdered over there at the hands of us.
Or how about the 40,000? How about the 40,000 police raids that happen right here in this country?
London police search warrant.
Which, of course, in many cases.
Totally agree with that too, and they just completely ignore all. Like that guy that got shot with in that subway, and he was on his stomach, handcuffed, shot in the back.
Yeah, in San Francisco, the BART cop.
He was on his knees.
He only gets 1 year in jail, and that's
right.
it?
That's it.
It's ridiculous. And they do not even pay one bit of attention to this stuff. It's on video, documented, 100%. They don't even pay one
Well,
cent.
the BART cop situation did get some attention, but I think in general,
I don't think it's gotten the Trayvon Martin.
No, certainly not. And in general, the attention that is given to police abuse stories is very, very minimal in comparison to the Trayvon Martin story. And many of those stories are just as bad, if not worse, than the Trayvon Martin story. So it really, I think what it comes down to is the media is a bunch of chickens, and they aren't willing to take on the state because they rely too much on the state's spokespeople for news stories and information and quotes and commentary. And if they are in any way critical of the police department, then they're going to get cut off from their feed from the public information officer, and so therefore they're not going to look as good, I guess, in the eyes of what they consider their viewers versus the competition, which is getting comments from the police. And so they tiptoe and toe the line, and nobody ever really gets asked a tough question as a result of that.
You've seen the dramatic Liberty arrests in Keene, New Hampshire. Now see 111 reasons why you should move there and reinforce these gutsy activists. Keene's advantages are compelling. For details, visit freekeene.com.